Ladies and gentlemen, it is late at night. I got one sleepy puppy right behind me there, and you know what that means. It is time for another season of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. And as per usual, whenever we get a new season, the very first thing that I like to do is dive in and have a look at the battle pass, discuss everything that is new there, whether or not it is worth your money, and show off what we have to work with within this season. And this season is a little bit of an exception because instead of getting 2 weapons out of the bat, we are getting 3, which is going to be kind of interesting, and you'll see what I mean once we dive into everything. But as per usual, we're going to discuss that, the microtransactions, whether it's worth your money, and all in all, this is everything in the Season 4 Battle Pass. So once you're in game, you're going to notice a few new things. First of all, you've got the ground fall event with the various challenges in both Warzone and Black Ops Cold War. But of course, we have the Battle Pass, which I accidentally already purchased. If you press the X button too many times in a row and you have the COD points, it will purchase it for you, it turns out. But we're going to look at everything that you actually get through this Battle Pass. So first of all, as soon as you buy the Battle Pass, there's always instant rewards. The first thing that you're going to get is the new operator, which is named Jackal. As you can see, some pretty cool looking skins for Jackal. I have to say, they did a really good job with this character. The second one that we got here is the assassin skin for Port Nova. This one, again, looking pretty damn good. On top of this, you do get some missions for some alternate skins as well. We also have a new watch, which is called the Emerald Trooper. And then, of course, your XP boost. So this gives you 10% XP boost for the entire season. Pretty straightforward. After this, your first tier, you just get a free item. It's a sticker, pretty straightforward. And then a calling card. After that, some double weapon XP, a taco. Yeah, a taco. And then on top of this, the monochrome blueprint. So this one isn't free, but this is the first blueprint of the battle pass. I believe it's for the AK-47. It's pretty straightforward, just kind of a chromed out weapon. After this, 100 free COD points. So even if you don't buy the battle pass, you can get 100 free COD points from this. After that, some double XP and then some vehicles for both Black Ops Cold War and then the helicopter for Warzone. Then we move into an emblem here called the Verbal Lashing, and then our next skin. So this one is for Baker, and it's actually a pretty different looking skin from how he normally looks. It's called the Roughneck. As you can see, like I said, pretty different. And then we have some more COD points. Remember, through the entire battle pass, you get a total of 1,300 COD points. So we're going to go into this deeper later, but if you buy the battle pass for 1,000 COD points and then complete it, you basically get 300 free COD points, some double weapon XP, and then our first free weapon is the MG82. So based off of the description here, we have a full auto light machine gun, and it's the highest fire rate in class, which is going to be interesting because generally with LMGs, you have a slow firing weapon that hits really hard. This one's a little bit different. It has a faster fire rate. You'll unlock that at rank 15. After this, we have the Scorpion Shot, which is a gesture, which is kind of cool. 100 COD points, and then our next weapon is the Regal Shiv. This one, I actually have to say they did a pretty good job with. After this, we have the finishing move called the Twisted Reverse. It's kind of like a jujitsu move where you break the person's arm, and apparently it kills them. And then we have our next skin, which is for powers. As you can see here, this one is called Frontline. Pretty straightforward, actually kind of makes her look a little bit like Reva's. Then at rank 21, we have another Regal blueprint. This one is called the Regal Scepter, and this one is for a tactical rifle. Looks pretty sweet. I think they did a pretty good job with blueprints in this season. You're going to see that throughout the battle pass. Some more XP, COD points, and then our next blueprint is called the Cleanup Crew. Again, I think they did a really good job with the blueprints this season. Then we have some more vehicles for the tank, first of all, and then for the cargo truck within Warzone. Another blueprint, this one's called the Shark Attack. Again, love what they did with this. They have kind of like the fin off of the back of it, the shark's mouth at the front. Then we have some more double XP. Then we have our operator skin for Garcia called the Middleman. For the most part, most of the character skins, they kind of went with this camo vibe. You're going to see that on most of the characters. There are some exceptions, as you're going to see, especially at tier 100. But for the most part, that's what they went with. At 31, we get our other free weapon, which is the C58. So as far as the C58 goes, it's a slow firing assault rifle, so kind of the opposite of what they did with the LMG. I'm really curious to see how this one is in Warzone, see how hard it hits, what the recoil's like, so on and so forth. But that's your second and final weapon in the battle pass. Some more COD points, and then our next weapon blueprint is called the Shell Shock. This one, again, did a pretty good job with it. This one, I don't know if I can show on YouTube, but it's called the Crank Job. Interesting name and even interestinger gesture, if that's a word. Then we have the Fumigator. This is a shotgun blueprint. Again, really nailing it with the blueprints this season. Then we have some vehicles. First of all, you have the boat for Black Ops and then the car for Warzone. Next skin is the Night Kit. This one is for Song, pretty straightforward there. Next blueprint is called the Serpent Idol. They kind of went with this green, white, and gold theme for it. After this, the next blueprint, one of my favorite ones in the entire battle pass. I wish they had this on some bigger weapons, not just a pistol, but this one's called the Squishy Slimes, and this is a very bright and vibrant skin. Some COD points, and then our next character is actually Adler. This one's called the Boarding Party. One of my favorite skins. I really like Adler as a character, and this one kind of makes him more mysterious. If you followed what's going on with the story, I have a video on that, but it kind of makes it even more interesting. The Wind River is our next sniper rifle blueprint, going with that green theme once again. After some things like weapon charms, we have another free blueprint. This one is called the Ancient Scarab, and they kind of went with this Egyptian theme for this one. After some more double XP COD points, we have our nether blueprint, the Soldier Bee, kind of making this look like a honeycomb. You can see the honey dripping down the weapon. Again, I'm really impressed with the blueprints in this one. After this, we have the Cutthroat. This one is for Vargas, again going with that kind of military theme that we saw in some of the other characters. So at 62, we have another watch called the Wasteland, a free calling card, and then the next very bright and vibrant blueprint for the SMG here called the Flower Power. Love what they did with it. Free little emblem here, nothing too fancy, a little pirate charm, and then we have our next skin for Park called the Oversight, again going with the military theme. Basically, if you haven't figured it out by this point, I kind of wish they did a little bit more with the operator skins, but they really did nail the weapon blueprints. At 71, we have the Lifesaver. This one is for the assault rifle, as you can see here, kind of going with that lifeguard theme for this one. The Black Ops 4 mixtape, which is cool. If you like the Black Ops 4 music, you can then have it in game. I really like that. Some COD points, and then another weapon blueprint called the Regal Sword, again for the SMG. We then have the action-packed calling card, with, as you can see, Adler is on there. It looks like Park is in the background. Then we have our next skin at rank 80. This one is called the Desert Surge, kind of going with more of a desert theme for this one for the character Hunter. Then we have a free weapon blueprint at 81 called the Penumbra Carbon. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Pretty good looking skin, but as you can kind of tell, the free ones they kind of didn't make as good as the other ones that you get in the battle pass. A free weapon charm, and then the second Ancient Spear, which is for the sniper rifle that you're seeing here, again going with that Egyptian theme. Some more double weapon XP, another punk rock shotgun blueprint. This is one of the more boring ones in my opinion, just a bunch of stickers on the weapon. The next skin is for Zayna. This is called the Lioness. I have to say this is probably one of the better looking skins, at least in my opinion, in the battle pass. We have another watch called the Studded Leather, some 80s music, and then we have our first reactive camo. So this one is called the High Stakes. It's very similar to one that we have already seen with the FAMAS. This time it's on an LMG. You have some bright neon lights flashing up on your weapon as you play the game. We then have a pyramid weapon charm, and then finally at rank 100, my absolute favorite part of the battle pass, we have the iridescent skin for Jackal. So this is the first time that this has happened so far in Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, where you actually have a reactive skin. I think it's really cool. I think we're going to see many more of these throughout the next battle passes, throughout the next store items. It's going to be interesting to see what they actually do with this, but this is the very first one, and I have to say it's pretty cool. After this, we have the Forgotten Oasis blueprint. Again, I think they did a really good job. Then we have our motorcycle, again at rank 100, and then finally the emblem that you get for completing the battle pass. So that is the battle pass, and as far as my opinion on this battle pass, I think they did a pretty good job. The weapon blueprints, in my opinion, are the best part of the battle pass, which is actually kind of rare. Sometimes they're a little bit boring. The operator skins, on the other hand, aside from the Jackal one that you get at the very end, relatively boring, but the Jackal reactive one almost makes up for the other ones. I have to say this is probably the best battle pass that we have seen so far. Now, we also have some store items coming in as well. First of all, we have the circuit board reactive bundle. Basically, we have the reactive camo called the motherboard. Pretty straightforward here. Nothing too special with this one, but we also have the framework, which features another new weapon for the season, which is the nail gun. So this is the first time I think in all of Black Ops Cold War where right at the beginning we actually get 3 weapons. And you may not know this, but if you hop into your actual weapons and go over to the special weapons, you can actually use this for free as a secondary weapon. And to unlock it, you have to get 5 eliminations with special weapons in 15 different completed matches. So it's going to take you a little bit to earn, but as I mentioned before, if you go to the store and buy this bundle, you automatically have it unlocked and you can level it up, so on and so forth. So interesting that they added an extra weapon this season. I guess because it's a special weapon, they didn't want to put it in the battle pass, so they released it as a challenge, or you can buy the blueprint with it. So that is all the microtransactions with season 4. As far as the battle pass goes, my recommendation every single season is to buy it for 1,000 COD points. If you complete the whole thing, you earn 300 free COD points. That is pretty much that. Now, if you want to buy extra tiers, like I did quite literally by accident, is you can do so, and you're going to have an easier time unlocking the new weapons quicker, therefore leveling them up quicker, and more so easily able to use them in Warzone. So that's my recommendations. You can take them as you will. If you don't want to buy the battle pass, I don't blame you whatsoever, especially if you're a free-to-play player. But let me know what you think of it down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you like what you see, we got some update videos coming out later today, so make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard, and I want